brother, sister, and all that along, it almost seems like, you'd rather date them. Make sure your family stays out of your love life, too. I've seen it many, many times. Families will not be happy with their own marriage or the fact that, they're not happy with their lives, and they will start manipulating that person. They'll say, "Oh, are you sure she's not doing this, this, and this? Oh, if he would actually change this about his appearance, it would make us look better." Family is very, very dangerous. You could be having a great relationship. There could be no problems in that relationship. Your family can mess that all up. Family can get into a marriage, manipulate, twist, turn words, situations. Guys, you could be getting up early to go to work early. Be like, you know what, I'm going to try to see if I can get in some extra overtime, see if the boss needs me. Make sure you state that very clearly to your lover or whoever, because her family or anyone might just see that from the outside and say, "Oh, he's cheating on you." It can happen. It has happened. We could be doing everything right in a relationship, but the person's family, your family, their family, they could be the make it or break it. If that family doesn't like you, you are in trouble. You're like, "No, that's not true." No, it is. You are in trouble. Because you will listen to your family. Your family has that power. Just be careful is all I'm saying. If your mom and dad come up to you and say, "I really don't like this girl because this," listen to what they're saying. Listen to it and pick it apart piece by piece. I really don't like this girl because she acts weird or something like that. Okay, that means they don't like it. Doesn't mean anything you don't. It means they don't. They don't like it because the person acts weird. Pick it apart. Say, "Why do you say she acts weird?" "Oh, because she doesn't say anything." Maybe she's shy. Don't let family mess with your opinions. But if your family's coming up to you saying, "Hey, I don't like this person in your relationship." Why? Because they are physically abusive. They are beating you. Look at the bruises on you. Listen to that. If other people see you're in help and they're trying to save you, don't ignore that. Look at why people do the things they do. Look at why your family is doing this. Your family, you could tell, is either toxic or supportive. But if you're like, "Well, Frankie, how do you know the difference?" Well, let me ask you something. Are they forcing you to do things, or are they asking you? A person forcing you, saying, "You better do this," or that's toxic. That's not good. That's saying, "If you don't do it my way or the highway, you're out." But if someone says, "I really wish you wouldn't do this because of this," that's a lot better. It's a lot more clear. It doesn't give an ultimatum. It's not like my way or the highway. But just see why they're doing it. Don't let your family control your life. It is your life. You are the one who has to live this life. You only get one life. They've had their life. Whether it's in the middle of it or towards the end of it, it is not their life. It is your life. Don't let your family force their beliefs, their anything on you, really. It is your life. You need to decide what is best for you. You need to decide what will make your life more complete. If your family hates somebody you're dating, why is that? If your family hates you working at your job, why is that? If your family hates your friends, why is that? Now, I'll give you some examples here. I seen a girl. She got a job. She was all happy about it. It paid about the average, wage. It wasn't great, but it was better than what she was making. Her family made her quit the job. And when I asked her, why would your family make you quit a job? You got a job. That's a good thing, right? No, they want me closer to home. Okay, that's kind of a little controlling, but, family misses you. Got it. And they didn't want me driving. They didn't want me this. They didn't want me that. They didn't want this. They didn't want that. It was too far away. It wasn't a safe area. It was just a long list. But my question to that person was, well, what are you going to do when your family passes on? You're going to have all these ideas in your head that you can't do this or you can't do that, but no one's telling you what you can do. That's manipulative. That's destroying. That's toxic. You need to decide for yourself. Okay, is this too far from home? Sure, my family's going to miss me, but is it too far? Is it, I don't know, is it a waste of my time because I'll be wasting money on gas? Your family should say, hey, this job's a little too far. You'd want to waste all your gas on that? That would be, say, hey, see if it's really efficient for you. I'll be honest, I'm going to miss you. That's why I really don't want you to be that far. But, see if it's actually going to help you. It's not a safe area. Okay, what have you heard about the area, Mom and Dad? Do you just think the area is bad because it's a certain area? What makes it not safe? Pick apart things. Ask. Answer their questions, but also ask your own. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Why don't you like my boyfriend? Why don't you like my girlfriend? And if it's something stupid like, oh, look at their fashion, ignore it. Nobody's the same. Nobody needs to dress the same. Oh, well, they worship this or they believe in that. So what? If they don't force any religion upon you, what's the harm? Well, they're doing drugs. That's the one. That's what you need to look at. If they are having a drug habit or abusing drugs, regularly, then maybe you need to look at that. But if you're in a relationship and the person is treating you well, they're just different from your family, different from you, but you're happy. Don't let it ruin your relationship. That's what we're going to be talking about in the next episode. Relationships. Your lover, your brother. Oh boy, that sounded bad. Yeah, let's hopefully cut that out later. Your lover, your brother. Talking about your love relationships in the next episode. But what I'm saying is the way to spot toxic family members is ask yourself, whose best interest do they have? Mine or theirs? Why do they do the things they do? Is it for them or for me? Are they giving me this advice to better themselves or to better me? You need to know that you have this life. This is your life, not your family's, not your mother, not your father, not your sister. Do not let them ruin your relationships, your jobs, your ambitions, your hobbies, because if you become so beaten down with all this, it's just going to be like, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, you need to do this. Pick apart things. Find out why they're saying this. Ask them, too. Why do you say that? Why do you feel this way? If you're trying to save up like money for a trip, but you're in debt, you are facing, people suing you, or you owe money, you can go to jail, but you're like, nope, I want to go to Hawaii. And your mom and dad says, no, you shouldn't do that, you need to do this, then that's a little different. But if they're like, I don't want you marrying this person, I don't want you dating this person, I don't want you taking this job, I don't want you buying that car, I don't want you doing this. Pick apart everything. Because half the time people will disguise, like they're worried about you. But really, they're worried about themselves. They're worried about their ability to control you, to control things around you. Your parents make you who you are. Your family makes you who you are. If you have a negative person in your household who is beating down all your hopes and dreams and telling you everything about your life is wrong, this and that, if you are not doing anything to hurt yourself or to hurt anybody else, ignore that person. I've had to do it myself. I have cut toxic people out of my life. You might have to do the same. What I mean by that is know the person is toxic. Don't think a person is toxic because they're telling you something you don't want to hear when you know it is the truth. If you are with somebody who is abusing you, or you're at a job that is, taking advantage of you, then don't be dumb to it and be like, oh, they're just jealous. They just don't want my happiness. No. Look at why. Really look at it. Don't just say to yourself, oh, my mom and dad love me. They would never tell me anything bad, but all your relationships are falling apart. And everybody is saying it's because of mom and dad. Mom and dad is telling you bad things. Mom and dad is telling you bad habits. Your mom and dad won't stop, calling or texting you when you guys are living your life. If you're in a marriage and your mom or dad is like constantly hitting you up, giving you their advice about your marriage and stuff, you need to stop that because that's going to end up destroying your marriage. Family, money, and trust are some of the biggest three causes of divorce. Money being the leader, but trust and family is like a close second. I'm just saying, make sure everybody has your best interest at heart. If you're in a relationship and that person is constantly bringing you up, trying to, make you do better in life, if you're say you and your wife have been married, your wife is constantly trying to inspire you to do more, trying to get you to go back to school, trying to get you to, start that business, do this, do that, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, hey, let's travel, hey, let's do this. Everything that sounds great to you, you're like, yes, I want to do that, yes, I want to do this. If it's reasonable and you have the means of doing it, you should do it. But if you have that family member and your mom is like, oh, what does she know? She don't know anything. Don't listen to her. Oh, you can't start a business. You could barely even start your car. Or what money are you going to do a business with? What money are you going to have to travel? Do you ever do this? That's a toxic person. That person hates their life so much they make you feel bad. Don't be with that person in your life. What I mean by that is relationships are different than family. You don't have to be in a relationship. You have to be related to people. But what you can do, you can cut people out of your life. If people are hurting you mentally and emotionally, family-wise, cut them out. When it comes to relationships, though, relationships are a little different. What I mean by that is relationships you could work on. Family, you can't really work on. Family is family. And what I mean by that is family often has the idea in their head, oh, well, if you can't break up with me, you can't leave me, we're family. So a lot of times people, dig their heels in the ground and they will never change. There's family like that. They're like, so what if you're mad? We're always going to be brothers. We're always going to be sisters. We're always going to be father-son. We're always going to be father-daughter, mother-son, So people oftentimes feel they have no consequences. I don't know. Maybe people need to start giving consequences to their family. If you do not do this, I'm gone. Otherwise, you're just enabling your family. I heard people use this saying, and even Dr. Phil, right fighters. People will fight to the end because they deeply believe they're right. Family is the biggest one of that. Your family will always think they know what's best for you, and they are always right and can never be wrong. The only thing I'm saying is